Good to be here with you all. Thank you. My name is Emily, and I would like to share with you my experience with Celebrate Recovery and the freedom I have experienced attending the Christ-centered support group and continue to experience today. I want to say thank you to God, to this church, for your willingness to reach out and support our community and those who are in need of healing. I am one who has benefited from the CR recovery program. So when a friend first suggested I consider going to CR, I assure you, I did not want to go. I did not want to be seen. I did not want to be known outside of the well-built walls of protective control that I had constructed. But as step one in recovery states, I came to a place in my life where I admitted that my life had become unmanageable and that I was powerless to fix any of it. How was I going to share that at the age of 5, I was sexually assaulted by someone I should have been able to trust? I couldn't even touch or speak of this wound that I had tried my entire life to bury. Through the result of that wound, I had learned to interpret every gesture of love or kindness as having some kind of string attached. It wasn't easy to take that first step of going to Celebrate Recovery. However, if I had not taken that step, I would not be able to stand here today and tell you with full confidence of the redeeming power of God's love that I experienced in the CR community. I found people who welcomed me just as I was and affirmed to me that there really is no pit that God's love is not deeper still.
Amen.
I learned to express what was all jumbled up inside of me. It was hard work, but by God's grace and much prayer, I made a friend at CR who ultimately became my sponsor, someone who had walked through a similar healing journey as mine, who would then walk with me through mine. I saw the joy in my sponsor that I had always wanted for myself, and she dared me to believe that if God could heal her pain, He could heal mine too. In CR, we say, don't quit until the breakthrough happens. Well, guess what? At CR, the first of many breakthroughs happened for me. I came to welcome God in my life, to tear down lies that were keeping me all bound up, and I came to exchange those lies for the truth of God's pure, abounding, and extravagant love for me. I came to know God could handle my anger and my questions. I could express my doubts, my terror, the shame that was hidden behind those walls that had kept me trapped in a cycle of pain for over 2 decades. It wasn't until, though, I came to know and to trust the goodness of God's heart that the breakthroughs could happen. Even though the healing process was hard, God gave me such a sense of peace that Emily is going to be okay. And it was, and it continues to be. Praise be to God. His love energizes me. His love infuses me with His power. And His love has uplifted me to such a place of profound joy. That same joy I had seen in my sponsor is now the joy that I experience and know and get to live for myself. There's nothing like it, guys. God has so dissolved the pain in my life that I became willing to forgive And the breakthroughs that happened in my sponsor's life have now happened in my own. I am so free that I can't help but speak of the goodness of God. And I had to write it down or I might be speaking for 5 hours. So I've come to embrace and fully engage in Christian community. I've discovered what a gifted speaker God has created me to be. I had no idea, guys. He did, though. And I am free now to pursue the call God has put on my life to be a missionary in Africa. If you sense God is calling you to take the step of checking out Celebrate Recovery for yourself, I want to do what my sponsor did for me. I want to dare you. I want to dare you to go and to see. What do you have to lose? The verse that comes to mind is an invitation that God is always putting forth before me from Psalm 34:8. Taste and see that the Lord, He is good. So I dare you to check out what God is doing through CR and to taste and see what God has good in store for you through the abiding ministry of His Word and His presence in the CR community to the praise of His glory. Because I know that God can bring the breakthroughs I was longing for you as well. Amen.